I believe so. I believe that's the case. If Dagit does win, he'll be
Oh, we're off.
He'll have a 2-1 record. Yeah, we're off. And
Dagit
looks
has...
like. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, Dagit looks like he got a little bit of a jump of the gun on that. MDP going to metal first. Not a bad move, a very vanilla move, in my opinion.
Perhaps, yeah. Maybe just a little sync and stuff. It doesn't look like MDP has a timer right now, but yeah, Dagit and Flash, MDP and Metal, both good stages to start with, as you get early E-tanks in these stages. I'm not sure how familiar MDP is with zipping, but you know, some people tend to save Metal a little later. Zip using item 1 early on, but then again, your item 1 could be stagnant or not move. So I mean, this is I've seen Kumba go here first a lot, actually. So I mean, you know, not a bad stage to start with, especially for the early E-tank, guaranteed E-tank, you know. Dagit, on the other hand, is gonna miss his E-tank here in Flash and go into the fight with half health, so that could be a problem. Looks like our crushers are Buster immune this seed, so Dagit opted to go under instead of over.
Yeah, Buster immune crushers are going to be a pain, especially if that ends up being a prevalent thing. Yeah, MDP going probably for the 2 E-tanks. Oh, and took a death here in metal as a
yeah, it looks like he
Flash.
It looks like he bonked his head on the way down. And speaking of deaths, Dagit's gonna take one against this Woodman, so that's gonna waste him about 10 seconds. MDP's gonna start at the checkpoint again. Probably waste about 15 to 20 there on that, but we'll see how he makes it over this gap. Yeah, 1 pause buffer, that's the way to go. And Dagit's gonna make it out of his boss fight, so see where he goes.
No items hidden there in Flashman stage. Maybe MDP might have a little bit more of luck with that.
Yeah, we'll see as Flashman shows up in metal. And looks like, yeah, Buster weak-ish.
Oh, we should make a quick work of this.
Yep, he's out.
Get it up. And he's out. Alright, let's see if we get any specialty items here.
And he's got item 2. That's going to help him out a lot with some of these stages.
Specifically Heatman and Airman, or it depends on his use of the item 2. I know that he's more of a vanilla player, so this could be interesting to him. I think he feels that a whole world has been opened up with the randomizer. So he's still in experimental phase, joining Dagit here in Quickman.
Yeah, item 2 definitely a good thing to have. Say zipless runners go for that first in the vanilla game by going to air first in most routes, just because item 2 does help you get across stages, like say Heatman stage or even Bubble Man. You can use it in metal to go a little bit faster. Same thing with the last corridor in Flash. So good item to have.
Oh, definitely, and I especially believe early on in the game. And he ended up getting Quick Boomerang as a reward for metal.
Nice. Yeah, Dagit making his way into the quick boss room to fight metal. A lot of quick mans and metal mans.
Well, it was Flashman in metal. And very Buster weak metal man, which our runners will be very happy with.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 of the 4 Buster Week Robot Masters for this seed right there. Looks like in metal stage and quick stage.
So it's almost like oh, right, so Dagit now going through metal. I'm curious if MDP is going to go to Flash after this now. Maybe just kind of reverse the order of how they were doing this. And yeah, coming across that Buster weak metal is always a good thing. Takes him down very quickly. And
yeah, doing a pretty good job of keeping up. And the Flash, yeah, you called it, girl. Yeah. So Yeah, see, so we have both players, 2 Robot Masters down, and they're in their third. Dagit coming close to the checkpoint as MVP somewhat just starting his. So Dagit maybe like a half a stage ahead, just about. But
I was
yeah,
gonna say Metal, I think, is a little longer than Flash, but at the same time, I think Dagit's gonna skip this E-Tank here also, where MDP unfortunately took that death there.
Right, yeah, but we'll see if how MDP handles the boss fight as well. If he can handle it a little better than Dagit, then he'll be saving the time that Dagit missed. So, yeah, I mean, pretty even so far. Alright, yeah, Buster Flash, Buster Weak Flash, here we go. Alright, and Dagit is out.
MDP going for that E-Tank here and Flash. Not a bad idea, especially for early runners to, you know, try and chalk up all those E-Tanks. At least he has 4. He has 4 now, so he doesn't have to worry so much about Woodman, where Dagit came in here without any E-Tanks. And also has a metal, and it doesn't look like a bad metal blade either. Dagit using that item too.
Yeah, it seems that MDP found that metal did the job against the Crusher. Ooh, nice, and the weakness for wood. Looks like it's metal. He needs one more shot. I think he's gonna go ahead and spin an E-Tank. Yeah, not a bad choice.
Better to be safe than sorry. He's got 4 of them.
Yeah, definitely. And, yeah,
and he would have taken that death there had he not done that, so very smart move.
Right, yeah, Dagit using item 2 at the beginning here of Bubble, and now he's for the pause buffer strat to get the Bubble Zip. He gets it, yeah. Very nice.
Now, in Kumba's race against Ren Hero, I saw him use a very interesting item 2 Zip. Right here.
Was it on the screen? Yeah, on that screen right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually an any percent zip from the any percent game. Some of the more skilled runners perform. I'm still not quite that skilled, I don't think.
Oh, MDP taking a death here. It looked like he didn't move when he froze the game or paused the game.
I think that was intentional. I saw him take a death to the shot man over this second big gap here, or third big gap right here. Oh no. So he's gonna have to figure out a way to traverse this. We saw Dagit use item 2. Maybe that might be the answer here, but there's also a way you can pause buffer over that. Meanwhile, Dagit searching for weaknesses for Heatman in the boss room here.
Yeah,
and MDP went ahead and did the item 2 over there to get across. Nice.
Nice. And Dagit taking Heatman down, using the Buster for that.
Yeah, he's gonna find item 3 for his troubles.
Always a good thing to start off, especially in the first 4 stages, with both item 3 and item 2. MDP doing a pause buffer here to show us the bubble zip. A little super quick with that. He is good, I just think he doesn't realize it.
Nice. Yeah, he made it through, so that's a good zip for MVP there. I mean, you got to give it up to him. He's doing a really good job. I know that going into this, he like I spoke a little bit of Siberian Bull, being a newer runner. only having the practice of about a month and a half before the tournament. MDP had
a day.
Yeah, I think he decided to join with a day in there. So big shout out to him. He's doing his best and he's trying. And yeah, I mean, look at him. He's pretty much keeping up with Dagit. Dagit's not a full stage ahead of him. He's only half a stage so far. Depending on how quick MDP can take out this Heat Man, and he also takes 4 damage, so we consider that Buster weak. So yeah, I guess it's time to reiterate. There are 4 out of the 8 Robot Masters that will take 4 damage on easy mode, and Duckfist put that in there to help. You know, doesn't matter what stage order you kind of go, it helps you take out these bosses. And yeah, I saw that Dagit almost missed item 2 or item 3 zip there in Heat Man, but he barely got it.
This looks like a pretty vicious Heat Man going all the way across the edge, not making little trips here. Thankfully a little slow, most likely because of the water physics. MDP now has item 3 to work with. Let's see what stage he goes to next. Woodman.
Very nice, very nice.
Sometimes wonder if it's good to take down the longer stages first. After watching Kumba's run a couple of times, that didn't seem to make too much of a difference, we'll say, on the times, as far as the game end times. And I understand the logic between doing the quick stages first with the E-Tank specifically. Looks like these... Oh no, these tin... it's got that tin can... Oh, thankfully it didn't hit him. Wow, this is a very vicious Crash Man. Top of him the entire time. Dagit getting through Heat pretty effectively and joining MDP here in Wood. And we get to listen to some old school Mega Man 1 music as we traverse this Woodman stage.
Yeah, forgive me. I was a little caught up with something right quick, but yeah, yeah, that Crash Man looked pretty vicious. A lot of lag, throwing a bunch of crash bombs, and yeah, Dagit and MDP both find themselves in Wood for. It looks like Dagit's stage 5 and MDP's stage 4. We'll see if Dagit goes for good Wood. He does have the tools to do so.
Technically, it'd be Dagit's stage 6 and MDP stage 5.
Did I say that backwards? I might have.
No, you didn't say it backwards so much as... Oh, and we look like we have a very ineffective flash for this, so... Not gonna help too much against fan fiends or anything.
Oh yeah, speaking of fan fiends, Dagit saw one and he decided he's not gonna go for good wood, even though I think I saw he had flash, so he could have still did it in theory.
But very, like I said before, MDP showing us that flash is very ineffective right now. It only lasts about not even a second, I think. Randomized attributes of weapons are a bit much in this. Having to take that E-Tank against Bubble Man here in Wood Stage, choosing to go, and this Bubble Man is a huggy bubble. A Huggle Bubble.
Huggles is here.
Huggles is here, and he is on top of him, not giving him any sort of leniency or break in any which way, shape, or form. Looks like it's hard to even get away from him to try and shoot him. Let's see how Dagit handles that.
Yeah, Dagit also finding Metal Blade to take out those crushers, as I saw MDP did. And Dagit opting item 2 to go a little bit faster over this last section. I didn't see MDP do it, but perhaps maybe he'll do it in the future.
He brute forced it. Hopefully.
He did.
Yes, he'll recap this, I'm sure. But, you know, like I said before, it kind of shows maybe a bit of a growth level. I think the furthest he had gotten... Yeah, the Huggy Bubble. It's he's a bit annoying, and just you're constantly taking those body hits. And Quick does work against him, but you can't seem to step back. Dagit having the same problem MDP had. Yeah. I wouldn't even know. Does Dagit have another E-Tank after this?
I'm not sure, yeah.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, it was. He made it though. Good stuff to Dagit, and yeah, MDP running into some troubles with these blockies or tin cans, and the birds too. I saw him take a death to him, but you know that happens. Ooh, another one. Yeah, birds, man. Yeah, birds in this section can be a troll. What he could do is wait for the blockies to jump down. I don't think he has another E-Tank. Yeah, he's probably going to go to a different stage. I don't blame him. These three that he's left, Air, Crash, and Heat, are definitely the hardest three, I'd say, in Randomizer. Due to some of the trolley enemy sets that you can get in here. And, yeah. So it can definitely be...
nice. But unfortunately made Dagit fall off his item 2 here. Those back-to-back crushers.
Oh, nice. MDP finds Air Shooter does one shot to the crushers. So
and the Chanky makers.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Dagit's still using metal to handle this. Yeah, I think he is. But I'd say Air probably working out a little better, and it's got it seems to not use so much weapon energy.
No, it's not using like any weapon energy. This is a great air shooter.
Right on, right on. Yeah, oh, crabs in the last section of Air here.
Ooh.
That's always fun.
Never.
Wait for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
and it's not even like peewee crabs. MDPs might want to switch over from something other than the Buster.
Yeah, he's doing alright right now. But yeah, so like the crabs, right? They'll go one behind, one in front. So you have to be patient and be aware of that. It's it can be really daunting if you don't wait it out.
And MDP making actually I don't want to jinx him. I'm gonna do the commentator first
Yeah,
thing.
just wait. Okay.
Just wait
now
for it.
go for it.
Yeah, now I can say it. He did this second half very, very well, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say went pretty well for him. And we find Air and Airman stage. Dagit does not have anything. He's about to take it. Oh, pause buffer it. Clutch.
Oh,
it's
beautifully
so close. He made it.
Oh,
what a man.
Wow.
Let's go, Dagit.
Beautifully
Good stuff.
done. And MDP also pause buffering over the tornado and having a nice little couple of shots here. Although he's going to be in trouble if he doesn't get this last hit. Oh, and he does. Both fights against Airman, very, very close for both our runners.
That was pretty scary because Airman jumped right over him. If he would have took body damage from Air, he would have died. Like body damage from Air does like 10, I think, or so. So yeah, but good stuff to NDP. He made it out, and he's going to Crash as well. So yeah, he's about a stage behind now, but not bad. You know,
no, I'm actually excited because if he keeps up the pace with Dagit like this, we might end up having ourselves an extremely interesting back and forth, especially once the Wilies come along.
Definitely, for sure.
And seeing a lot of improvement between with MDP from the last race that we saw against Prodigy, where he forfeited both runs.
Well, I mean, nothing wrong with that. You know, I mean, the randomizer can get pretty hectic, especially towards the end of the game, and, you know...
Ooh, dealing with these Chanky makers here in the elevator level. I didn't even pay attention to a Chanky maker being in the beginning of Crash, did you?
I did actually see that. but I didn't mention it. And yeah, he's doing pretty well. He's using item 1 as Dagit actually made the zip, so you can kind of see how the zip a little bit benefits the time save. MDP having to
resetting the room.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Hoping maybe he gets a no health pickup here. A very quick item 1 too.
Yeah, but the good thing is it moves. It moves up, and that's definitely a good thing, right?
Well, when I was meaning quick, I was meaning it's a upward velocity was a lot faster.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like
I didn't know how nerdy I should be with this whole thing.
Well, I thought you meant that it disappeared quickly, and that, if that's the case, it can be a bad one. But this one looks pretty good.
No, it doesn't look like a bad one at all, actually.
Okay, so Rin actually corrected me in chat and said body damage from air is 8 damage if unchanged from vanilla. I just said 10. I knew it was a lot. It hurts. Don't get get hit by the boss's weapons if you can.
Always, yeah. I was about to say, get those invincibility frames from the weapon hits if you can.
Yeah.
Dagit making quick work of quick and hearing Crash. And I believe he's on his way to Wily now. Yep.
Yeah.
On his way to Wily. MDP still has heat to go through, but not really far behind. It depends on how well he tackles this heat as to whether or not he can keep pace with Dagit here.
Oh, he's getting close with the rabbit, but he made it.
With that terrible flash.
Yeah,
and he at least is rewarded with an E-tank here. Probably going to end up using it as soon as he gets it. Unless he wants to try and hunt. No, he's not going to try and hunt. He's going to... Hopefully no bunnies here. Oh, just bats. He might be able to,
And speaking of hunting, I think now is the time we all hunt. We all hunt for our favorite colors to you know, color our dragons at the end of the stage. A lot of people like to guess the color of the dragon at the end of the stage, so in chat, you know, get your guesses in. Queen, what do you got? What's the Bob Ross palette color that you're going to use?
I was actually going to troll you guys and just say, in respects to LV Creed, I'm going monochrome.
Right on, right on. No, nothing wrong with that. Well, I'm going to go with...
Wheat to metal. We'll go monochrome all the way.
I'm going to go... Let me see. I'm going to say a exquisite periwinkle... No. I'm sorry.
Wait, do you know what color periwinkle is?
Isn't it blue or purple or something? I don't know.
It's actually, that's very accurate. It's a tinge of a light bluish purple.
Alright, well, I'm gonna say, how about orange? I'm gonna go orange.
Orange dragon?
That Easy Danger orange. The California Sunset orange with a, how about a, let's go metal for weakness. Did you say weakness?
Yeah, I said metal.
Okay.
So we're both on the page of metal. And then you just because I pick. Oh no, MDP getting. Oh, but managing to get the life and getting out of heat here.
All right.
Let's see what we got.
Dude, I said periwinkle. I got it. Oh my gosh. Well, I kind of get it.
Oh, that's a nice pink and blue dragon. Didn't I say that the last time? Well, it's not.
Oh no. Yeah, MDP taking another death to the bird in the pit. He's gonna have to figure out the way to get it. It's crash week for the dragon. Dagit. Oh, uses the explosion. Very nice.
Very nice.
Now, see, MDP might not have meant to do so, but whenever taking hits with birds and a bunch of the little mini birds or the PPs on the screen, then you have extended lag frames. So that's what allowed him to grab that health in the fire and be able to make it out. Yeah, usually if you get the health in the fire, you're kind of boned there. But in this particular situation, since there was some extra frames there of lag, he was able to make it out. Oh no! Another one. Yeah, the birds are just giving him a heck of a time, man.
Those birds are not kind. Has he attempted wood? I guess he can't really move forward.
No, this is his last stage. So basically, what he could do is instead of using item 2 at the end, if he can traverse those Yoku blocks, he could try to item 2 here, and then look left to spawn the bird left. He could flash the birds. Or he could just keep on trying to deal with them, maybe with metal or air, or find the right weapon for it. Meanwhile, Dagit and Wily too, he's gonna find the wall weakness is air shooter.
As he gets his way down to Pico Pico. Might as well fill him up while you can. And pause buffering over the bird and over here on MDP screen. Not bad use of the pause buffer. I don't know how much time that saved him, but it's those tin cans. He really needs a way to one-hit them out of the way and avoid those birds.
I think he took another death to the bird. So in that last section, what he could do is he could use item 1 as well to help him get across. Even the whole full section here, because I don't think he's gonna need it later on the stage. Maybe, but even so, he should have maybe half his item 1 left toward the end of the stage to be able to use item 1 at the end of the stage if he doesn't go for the item 3 zip. Yeah. Meanwhile, Dagit searching for weaknesses for Pico. Looks like he's gonna stick
with air
with
shooter, but he didn't want to stick with it.
Yeah, perhaps weapon management.
Air shooter, I thought we had recognized as having a low energy consumption.
We did, but you know, I mean, at the same time, Dagit might want to save more energy, so he's trying to balance his energy with other weapons as well. I could see that being a thing.
Yeah, that's not a smart. I mean, that is a smart maneuver. Oh lord.
Yeah, Dagit, not smart. What are you doing? No. Just kidding,
MDP,
of course.
Using trying wood shield here, but and switching over to item 1.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, he's trying to get through there. I mean,
I honestly, I've played the randomizer enough to know I would be dying more than him.
Hey, I'll tell you what, like that can be hard, and he's found his way across. He's found Crash Bomb deals with the birds pretty well, one-shots them, and he found item 1 to
and a nice
help him out.
Boost. We got bats here? Oh, there they are. I was reading the tea leaves. I'm getting good at reading tea leaves.
You saw bats?
I saw bats
I didn't even
in
see
the
the
tea leaves. You didn't see the tea leaves in Dagit stage?
No, I saw the splashes, but I didn't see any tea leaves. I know, I'm a jerk. No, but yeah, so for those of you not the splash animation can sometimes let you know what is happening in the stage, what enemies to look for, as sometimes you get a glitch sprite of a splash and it'll tell you, it'll basically tell you if you can kind of see, like sometimes you can see eggs, or you can see you know, a fireball, like this says, oh, eggs, birds are around, or oh, fireball, Chanky Maker's around. And Dagit finding air for gut shooter, so good stuff to him. He's gonna make it out of there.
Sorry, I had this thought in my head about Demolition Man's Jolly Green Giant, and the song was repeating itself in my head. So Charlie, we didn't even discuss what isn't randomized in this, because if we discussed what was randomized, we'd be here forever, which I've noticed the last 2 times we've tried that route.
What's not randomized? Nothing. Everything is random. There you go.
Wouldn't that make life easy? Well, item 3 here is not randomized, correct?
Right, item 2 and item 3's behavior is not randomized. Stage layouts, for the most part, is not randomized. Some is altered, like say false floors here in Wily 4. There's the section where the Lightning Lords are in air that is altered with platforms, that way to make it a little bit more consistent to get across there. Yeah, I think that, Buster behavior is not randomized.
MTV having a very low item too, and his screen keeps freezing, so I can't see. Oh, he made it.
he made it. Yeah. Unfortunate. You know, sometimes sometimes we get slideshows from runners. Sometimes I think you know, it happened to Kumba the other day. It's happened to
I unfortunately believe I am having a similar issue now. I am thinking...
Oh, somebody died, and that was Dagit.
Dagit? Taking a death in 4?
Yeah, seems like it. Stream froze a bit? Yeah, it seems like that. MDP going up against Crashman, I can't exactly see the health bars here, but let's hope for the best for him. Dagit going through
I don't see Crash's health bar at all.
Yeah, as XR Tech would say, the anxiety screens. He's renamed the spike rooms.
The anxiety screams. What happened to the great edumacator?
Well, it's still there. You know, you got that name. I call these the spike screens of doom, personally, but you know.
I'm still wondering what's going on with Lag City here on MDP's screen.
It looks like he might have to E-tank and fight and crash again. Yeah. So we'll see how he handles it. Can he make it out?
And he's on his way to Wily. It's just unfortunate with the lag and setback that we've been getting.
Yeah, very nice job from MDP. He's gonna make it out to Wily 31-41-ish, it looks like. As Dagit's in Wily 4 trying to find out the Boo Beam weakness. He's got the wall weakness already, so he's gonna attempt to. I think he's leaving the last wall. Yeah, he's gonna search for what is gonna kill these Boo Beams.
Vanilla. And at least a very fast crash bomb here. And taking it down. Yeah. MDP, we get his screen back. He's using wood here for the chickens, but ran out, unfortunately. And Bubble, who would have thought Bubble works so well against the chicken? Bubble's not really a weapon experimented much by our runners, huh?
Well, I mean, the randomness that you get with the Bubble lead, I mean, sometimes it's not exactly the best weakness.
Yeah, Crash not really effective.
Weapon.
No, making it effective. Alright, I'm not gonna have my foot in my mouth twice.
Yeah, Dagit making it to the refights.
Yeah, I'm curious how he'll tackle Huggy Bubble again. Huggles.
Yeah, if he doesn't have those E-tanks, he could be in, but to be fair, he has all the weapons now, so maybe, just maybe, he can
play around with it. Here's Huggy Bubble, so let's see how Dagit deals with Huggy Bubble. With 4 E-tanks, he should be perfectly fine.
Looking for Crash. Crash Bomb does nothing. Might even heal. Metal does nothing. Flash does nothing.
And I believe they had both.
Oh, Air Shooter. Air Shooter doing 4.
4. But, oh, and having to take that E-tank. Huggy Bubble is not any easier.
Yeah, he's got 4 E-tanks, so, you know, Dagit, not a...
yeah, no problem this time around.
Just spin that, yeah.
MTV making his way to the dragon. Ooh, missing that lap. The fast item 1, you're gonna probably have to drop 4 very quickly.
Yeah, instead of going to the top of the ladder, perhaps. Oh, he got it though. He got the honk and grabbed the ladder from that. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily go to the top of that first ladder. I'd probably just put my item 1 out right there before hitting the top, and that kind of helps you get a little bit further to the left there in order to handle that situation a little better.
Dagit having to use 2 E-tanks so far on these refights. We actually have some pretty strong robot masters in this seed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, AI can definitely troll you, boss AI, especially if you can't find the weapon.
MDP jumping a little too soon before that block appeared for him to land on it.
Yeah,
Probably questioning what's going on at this point.
Yeah, I mean, after that heat stage, I'd be a little tilted myself too, I imagine. But jumping that dragon is you're gonna have to make the pause, right? Like there's a section. If you keep jumping and holding right, you're gonna end up in the pit if you don't make a quick pause. Not pause the game, but just like pause your momentum or movement a little bit.
It's a lot easier for newer runners to be tilted, I think, than it is for veteran runners who are used to it.
Definitely. I mean, you know, the veterans play this game pretty much every Sunday. You know, I mean, they play hundreds of seeds, so they know they're pretty well equipped for most situations. All right, Buster Week, Wily Machine. Oh, nice jump by MDP. He's gonna try round 2 with the dragon. And Dagit's on his way down Victory Road.
What an interesting song to have for Victory Road.
It's like this guy is weak to bubble in the vanilla.
Dagit doing the Victory Road zip. Oh, and over zipping.
I need to not laugh because that's gonna happen to me in a race now. I think it already has. But...
MDP back with the Lisa Frank dragon. You know, I have to say, it's a very nice color spectrum.
Oh yeah, is that Polly?
If I had a little girl, I would want her to have this dragon.
I like the new remix to the Bubble Man song that Wily6 has given us with the acid drums, overriding that one channel of the NES. Nice.
MDP moving on over to Wily 2.
What is that shade of purple? I think it's midnight purple.
Midnight purple.
I don't know.
It's Hilary Swank's light purple. MDP basically
oh, there we go. Dagit finding quick boomerang to be the weakness. And since you have an IRC client set up, would you like to do the honors?
The SRL time for Dagit is 37:48. GG's to Dagit for his first win in this race so far against the MDP. Very nicely done. Did great job against the Lisa Frank dragon. Did we, you know what, I feel terrible. Did we see what the Wily boss was even weak against?
I did. It was quick boomerang. The alien was weak. Quick boomerang. GG's for Dagit in the chat, guys.
GG's! Get those GG's out.
We'll see if MDP decides to try to wrap things up a little bit, or you know, forfeits. It's fine if you forfeit. It's fine if you continue. We'd like to see you finish the siege, you know.
I think a lot of times when we see these delays, especially with the newer runners, to finish up, more to talk about as far as where people normally would struggle. A lot of times we see these expert runs and we don't recognize exactly, say, things like how much the body hits of Pico Pico actually do. And, you know, a lot of these patterns are memorized, but you gotta understand the memorization comes with hundreds and hundreds of different gameplays. And one weaknesses. MDP, unfortunately, taking, as I said before, that body hit by Pico Pico, which does, I would say, how many ticks of health would that take?
What's that?
The body hit of Pico Pico. It does. I would say it does more than 10.
I wouldn't say not more than 10. 10 is pretty much like Half-Life. I think you have about 20 to 25.
Really? In your health?
I think so. I haven't counted lately, and I don't remember off the top of my head. You might even have 30. I don't know, but I don't think it's. I think 30 is a little too much. I think it's about 25. But yeah, as far as you know, the health goes, I think they do about 8. I know it takes 3 to kill you, so yeah.
Ooh, and having to fully charge that heat, MDP should definitely have tried a different weapon with that. I got far. Alright, MDP, I think, taking a forfeit here? Is he taking a forfeit?
I believe so. He is. He did really good. I like you know, the improvements we've seen over the tournament from him. He's made it further this time than I think the last 2 times, maybe. I think he just got to Wily 1 the last 2 times. This time he got to Wily 2, and yeah, it took the death to Pico, unfortunately, but you know, things happen. Pico, like I said,
Yeah,
pretty strong boss.
No, definitely, I would say hunting for other weapon in that era, that would have been a great closer. But I still think it was a great run for both the MDP and Dagit, and I think that was an extremely hard seed, especially in the boss fights. But those bosses were brutal. Both our runners taking multiple deaths. From them, Dagit having to take 2 E-tanks in that refight, which is not something that you see too commonly. So, as we get our next seed, I do believe the seed dropped, and we are setting up our next room. So we have a second bout going on. Now that our runners are warmed up, let's see what they have to bring to the table this time around. So, right here we have this seed actually popped up in one of the other races. Is this supposed to be Ninja Gaiden with Garuda? Or is this Double Dragon? I'm really trying to figure it out, but I think it says something about a ninja at the end of this.
You know, I honestly don't know. I haven't seen any Double Dragon stories, so I am.
Yeah, that have emperors. So I
imagine it'd be Ninja Gaiden. Shadow of the Ninja, according to LV Creed.
Shadow of the Ninja. Thank you, LV Creed.
Can't replace it.
Nobody can replace the Creed. Or are you talking about the game?
Can't replace Creed. Can't replace the game. You know.
No, nobody
can. Looks like Shy Holly in the chat was actually the first one that mentioned it. Creed just confirmed it. But with that note, our runners are getting set up for the next race. I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to go run off right quick. So if you could hold it down, I'll be back. Don't go home.
A girl is always happy to hold down the fort.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll return.
No problem. So we have here MDP and dagit who are just joining us. This is the last race, I believe, for dagit. And we do have one more that the MDP will have to schedule up with Square One. However, if the dagit wins this race, he will be moving on to the winner's bracket. And I guess we haven't confirmed it just yet, but the race between MDP and Square One would probably end up being just a fun race for your entertainment. Siberian Bull and Vin will be racing on Sunday, July 28th at 10:30 p.m. For those of you who are into the randomizer and would love to see this tournament run its full length and conclusion, that will be Vin's first race. So it's always interesting to see new runners and what they may bring to the table. This would be his first time entering the tournament. MDP here, also extremely new to the tournament. We had mentioned in the last race, he actually signed up 1 day before closing. Not even. I think it was more like 2 hours. But a new runner, a casual runner, and somebody who took us up on our offer to try and get just people who play Mega Man 2 into the randomizer. So far, hopefully having a lot of fun with newfound love for Mega Man 2. And I guess we are restarting new seed. Oh, okay. So it wasn't the Garuda one. This one's for use in Liechtenstein. If you guys are, of course, in the province of Liechtenstein, you are more than likely to be able to play this Buzz RJKR seed. Anybody else, you're not allowed to play it. So here in the randomizer, we have multiple sorry, I lost my train of thought there. It's not easy for a commentator to sit there and talk to you guys, especially when nobody has it. But we are more than happy to entertain you in all your Mega Man 2 needs and wants. So, a period of civil war. I didn't see what storyline random we'd gotten for this seed. It almost, based on the first line, Galactic Empire, Rebel Army, I'm gonna say Star Wars. Oh no, Rebel Spy. Stole plans to— oh, this is— Mega Man escapes with the plans? Alright, this looks kind of like a new type of story. I don't recall this ever being a story in Mega Man or recall Mega Man ever being in. Very interesting little add-on quirky story randomly placed for us. Maybe it will be a difficult seed. Star Wars Episode 4 specifically, we have a comment in the chat that says 2. Let's see. So, that's what I was getting at. For those of you new to the randomizer, we play this on easy to allow people who are avid players of Mega Man 2 to be able to join us. Easy has a tendency sometimes to be extraordinarily more often than not, it falls somewhere in the middle. You really don't know what you're gonna get. The differences between easy and normal have to deal a lot with enemy weakness changes and hits and things of that nature. We are just waiting here for Charlie Boy, as both our runners are ready to get the show on the road. Yeah, I think the story is Mega Man just kind of being implemented where Leia would have been in Episode 4. During this delay, I would like to thank Duckfist for the randomizer, and SpeedGaming for hosting up, Charlie Boy for being our tournament organizer, LV Creed for tracking these races. Much respect and props for that, so that you guys know what's done, what's being done. Definitely follow the runners, follow our commentators, follow SpeedGaming so you can get up-to-date notifications on different runs that are going on if you are into SpeedGaming. And for those of you who are into Mega Man 2 and or the randomizer, please join our Discord. LV Creed has dropped all the links for your perusal.
Yes, he has. Yeah, well, thanks for holding things down for me. Y'all really didn't have to wait, but I do appreciate it. And yeah, we should be getting into race 2 very shortly of Dagit versus theMDP. Dagit finishing first last time in the first race here with a time of 37 minutes and some change. MDP unfortunately having to forfeit this time around, or last time around, but hopefully this time he'll make it through. We'll see if he can keep up. He was doing a really good job of keeping up with Dagit up until that Heatman stage trolled him pretty hard. So
yeah, definitely need to learn how to think on the fly in this. And are we off?
No, we're not. No, that was that was not. It looks like when the game restarts the title screen, it does do that. But,
yes, it does. I was watching the.
I'm gonna call this the Berserker